Welcome back, everybody, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Lakers Flashback Rebuild here on NBA 2K22, and we are in Season 44, Episode 44. Can you believe it? It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Last episode, we won the championship again after losing the year before to the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. But this year, or this last season, we got the monkey off of our back. We beat a team of Zion Williamson, Andrew Wiggins, and the man that beat us the year before, Manu Ginobili. Yeah, that's a big three if I've ever heard of one. And we beat them in 5 games. It only took us 5. And then we went to the finals, and we beat the Chicago Bulls in 5 games as well. So we are back on top as NBA champions. Then we went to the offseason, and we pretty much stayed the exact same. I didn't draft any single player. We had the 1998 draft class, I'm pretty sure, which had like Paul Pierce, Dirk Nowitzki, Vince Carter, those type of guys in the 1998 draft class. And I didn't take any of them, even though I had plenty of opportunities to. I had plenty of draft picks. I decided to just run it back with the exact same team that we have. I brought in a couple of guys that I felt like needed to ring chase a little bit, like Steve Francis, who only has 1 championship, and Antonio McDyess, who only has 1 championship, and they're both on the last legs of their career. So I felt like, you know what, we might as well try and help them get another ring to maybe further their chances for a Hall of Fame appearance. I don't know if either of them will make it. Maybe McDyess, because in his prime was absolutely awesome. Like, he was phenomenal in his prime in New York. Look at these numbers he was putting up on a 3-year stretch in the Garden. So he was putting up some crazy numbers in his early years. So he's probably got a better shot at making the Hall of Fame than Steve Francis, but if another championship wouldn't hurt, certainly. And then we also brought in the third move that we made was Gerald Wallace. He was unrestricted at 24 years old. Now he's 25. And I just thought, you know what? I mean, having some depth at small forward would not be a bad thing, especially when Reggie Miller last season was hurt for basically half of the season. So having depth at small forward not a bad thing. So that is what we did in the offseason. Not very crazy. We just brought everybody back and re-signed people and are going to run it back for this season. But now it's time to spin the wheel to find out if we can get a good draft class that we're going to have to draft some good people on. It's very interesting. We still got 1992 right up here. That is the Shaquille O'Neal draft class. 2017, that's Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, all those guys. Obviously, the most recent one, 2022, with like Paolo and Chet Holmgren and all those guys. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we get. Spin the wheel and see what it is. We are going to be getting 2010. Okay, I thought for a second we'd get 1992. It spun in there a little bit, but 2010 is the class that we're going to be fighting for this season. Okay, who's in the 2010 draft class? I feel like I should know this since it's not like that long ago. I guess it is over 12 years ago, so, which is pretty crazy to think about, but 2010. Okay, who is that class? So we've got a couple classes here that look pretty good. This one has over almost 6,000 downloads, so we'll go with this. Who's in the 2000? Oh, it's John Wall. That's right. John Wall, Boogie Cousins, Paul George, Evan Turner. That doesn't look like Evan Turner. Come on, man. Lance Stevenson, Lynn Sanity, Gordon Hayward, Jordan Crawford, Avery Bradley, Derek Favors, Eric Bledsoe's there, Greg Monroe, Larry Sanders, Ekpe Udoh. Okay. I like this class. It's bringing memories back. Hassan Whiteside. I remember this class now. And I remember that I want to get Evan Turner. I certainly want to get Evan Turner on the team. That is my goal for this episode, is to have Evan Turner on the team. Maybe Boogie Cousins too. I'm not really 100% sure who I want to get, but definitely Evan Turner. I love Evan Turner, National Player of the Year at Ohio State. Why do they have him from UCLA? What the heck? Does this person even know who Evan Turner is? National Player of the Year from The Ohio State University. Yeah, one of the better players that came out of Ohio State. Didn't really do much in the league. Had a good career, good long career in the NBA, but nothing to like write home about, especially after having such a good career in college. But I will make sure that he changes. He looks more like Evan Turner, and he has Ohio State as college, because that's just disrespectful. But I mean, you got guys like Jordan Crawford, Al-Farouq Aminu, Avery Bradley, Derek Favors, some solid NBA players, guys that are still in the league right now. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Paul George, all still in the league. Lance Stevenson was just recently, if not still. Gordon Hayward, Derek Favors, a lot of guys. Eric Bledsoe still in the league. A ton of guys that are. Avery Bradley, still guys that are in the league now. So 2010, good draft class. I'm certainly going to be spending some picks, that's for sure. We'll find out who we end up getting. But if we take a look at our assets, we have a ton of first-round picks in 2065, 2066, 2067, 2068, 2069, as always. Always have a ton of first-round picks. But now it's time to simulate to the All-Star Draft, and we can see how this team is doing. I mean, we're the defending champs, and we basically have the same exact team, so I would expect us to be pretty much similar to how we did last year. But we'll have to wait and see. Hit that like button if you go on to enjoy, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I will see you guys at the All-Star Draft. We made it to the All-Star Draft, and let's take a look at how the team's been doing this season. So right now, Devin Booker leads the team with 17.5 points per game, as he usually does. Tony Parker right there with him with 17 points per game, and so is Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller's actually played a pretty decent amount. I don't think he's got hurt at all this season so far. So he's actually played pretty good. Ja Morant's okay. Moses, everybody's doing exactly what I expected them to do. I'm not shocked by anything here. I'm not surprised by anybody's points. I'm a little shocked that Tony Parker doesn't officially have 10. I mean, if you round up, he has 10 assists, but he's averaged 10 assists for 3 straight years. Maybe that'll go up towards the end of the season. I mean, it is only the halfway point right now. Maybe that'll go up, but who knows? I'm a little shocked at that. George Gervin, the Iceman, takes over, at least for right now, for the scoring title. Gilbert Arenas is right there trying to get it back to back. We'll see what happens there. The All-Star Draft. Team Scotty and Team Manu. Team Manu Ginobili, man, he's just the best. Reggie Miller makes All-Star starter with Kevin Durant, Gilbert Arenas, Bob McAdoo, Joel Embiid, Walt Frazier, Lamar Odom, Earl Monroe, George Gervin, Moses Malone, Tony Parker, and then Scottie Pippen drafts David Robinson, Nikola Jokic, Jason Kidd, Darius Garland, Zion, Baron Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Jason Richardson, Campy Russell, Hedo Turkoglu, and Cameron Reddish. So we got 3 All-Stars this season, 1 starter and 2 reserves, all on Team Mono. Is this some sort of like mind game he's trying to play with us? He's trying to play chess instead of checkers, drafting all of our players even though we're his rival? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we are first in the Western Conference over the Warriors, who are 7.5 games back, so they're a little bit struggling. They're on the struggle bus a little bit, but we are hopefully going to go back-to-back. I'll see you guys at the awards when we figure out if we are the best team in the Western Conference or not. The season is wraps, and David Robinson wins an MVP this time instead of a Defensive Player of the Year, although he probably is going to win Defensive Player of the Year too. But he averaged 25 and 17. That's pretty amazing to win the MVP. Antoine Jameson takes home Rookie of the Year for the Brooklyn Nets. Bol Bol, another 6th Man of the Year. He's just the best 6th man of all time. And then David Robinson does take home a Defensive Player of the Year. When you're averaging 3 blocks a game, I think it's pretty safe to say you're going to be Defensive Player of the Year. Lamar Blackwell on the Heat is the most improved player, and Stevie Strong is the Coach of the Year. I think that's our coach. I think that is our coach. Here's All-NBA First Team: Gilbert Arenas, Jason Richardson, Scottie Pippen, Hedo Turkoglu, David Robinson. Second team: Walt Frazier, D'Angelo Russell, Campy Russell, Lamar Odom, Bob McAdoo. Third team is Paul Westphal, Manu, Zion, Kevin Garnett, and Jokic. Here's all defensive first team. Here's all defensive second team. Here is the all rookie first team. And here is the all rookie second team. There you go. That is the good stuff. Let's take a look at the final stats for the team and around the league. So Reggie Miller took over scoring for the team as he averages 18 points per game. Devin Booker kind of slowed down a little bit, but he is 33 years old at this point, so that's not shocking. Ja Morant's right there. Tony Parker does have a hairline fracture in his finger, so that's not good. Moses Malone also picked up a little bit of injury, but we should be fine. Should be ready to go. Everybody else is averaging some pretty good points, and Zach Randolph averaged a double-double, so we're looking pretty good there. League leaders: George Gervin takes home his first scoring title. No surprise there. He was dominating. Gilbert Arenas actually fell off a little bit. That's a little shocking. Zion jumps to number 2, averaging basically 15 rebounds a game. That's crazy, Zion. You're an insane animal. We're taking on the Kings, and they have Argento D'Angelo. Never heard of him. What a weird name, though. Paul Westphal, Roy Hinson, PJ Washington, Cat. All right. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But I say that, and we go down 1-0. Now we're down 2-1. 2-2, 3-2 us. and we will get out of there. We struggled a little bit because we had a couple of injuries, but we do get out of that. And now we're taking on the Blazers, who have Kevin Porter, Andre Iguodala, Sean Marion, Josh Smith, and Cesar Mendez. Okay. Shouldn't be too much of an issue to get through them. I didn't mean to simcast that. We should be meeting up with the Warriors once again, and we both sweep. So we're going to play the Golden State Warriors again, a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals. They have basically the same team except for a new center. All right. We'll see who the better team is. Are we going to get a rematch in the finals of the Bulls and the Lakers? I think we might as well get it. Although the Cavs, nope, it's going to be a rematch. Bulls and Lakers from last season. Doc Rivers, Wally Szczerbiak, Shane Battier, Kevin Garnett, and Bob McAdoo. We knew this going in, that we'd probably be facing them. And it looks like we are going to go back-to-back. It looks like we're going to go back-to-back. We're up 3-1 on them. We're at home in the Staples Center. We won last year in Chicago. We won, and it's absolutely a blowout. It is absolutely a blowout. 147-106. McAdoo's at the free throw line. But this is ugly. This is absolutely ugly. Tony Parker, 20 points. I think we're going to have to make some adjustments here. Actually, we'll go for a three-peat, and then if we win the three-peat, then we'll make some adjustments. Because winning back-to-back isn't like a big deal. We've done that before. But if we go for a three-peat, then we'll make an adjustment. We usually always make adjustments after a three-peat, just so we don't get too dominant in this series. I don't want to just like, we had that 12-year run, and that was a little excessive. I don't want to just get like crazy dominant in this series again, so we'll go for a three-peat. If we win the three-peat next year, then that's when we'll call it a teardown, I guess you could say, just a reload, shake some things up. But after this offseason, it shouldn't be anything crazy. And there it is. There is the back-to-back. Reggie Miller probably going to win Finals MVP again. Although I guess it could be anybody at this point. I'm not really sure who it's going to be. Maybe it'll be Tony Parker. That'd be pretty crazy. I'm not sure who it's going to be. It could be literally anybody. Winning another championship this time. It looks like they got Mike Conley on the bench. Is that our bench? I don't know, but he's wearing his headband, which is hilarious. Mike Conley retires from the league, and he wears his headband on the staff in a suit. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. Well, you can see Reggie Miller and the boys that were about to come in. They're super excited that we just won a championship again. Reggie Miller's now got 3 titles to his name, so that's pretty good. Good for him. And now we get to hold that Larry O'Brien trophy. But like I said, I don't know who's going to win Finals MVP. It's just like last year. It could be up in the air. I figured it was going to be Reggie Miller last year, but it could really just go up in the air. I don't know. Yes, there it is. Hold that trophy up. Hold that trophy up. There it is, boys. Good job. Good job. And now here's the moment of truth.
Your Bill Russell Finals MVP.
Who is it? It's Reggie back-to-back. I figured it was going to be that. That's who I would have put money on if I had to bet. Reggie Miller takes home Finals MVP for the 2nd straight year. Can he do it 3 in a row next year? I don't know. Booker dropped 37 in that game. Reggie at 26 and 12. So it very well could have been Devin Booker too. That would have been pretty cool. All right, we get to the end of the screen. Reggie Miller wins Finals MVP for the 2nd straight season. Player retirements. Kevin Garnett, no doubt about it, is a Hall of Famer. And he put his name in conversations with Giannis Antetokounmpo for greatest player of the entire series. 8-time champion. 3-time MVP. 16-time All-Star. 7-time All-NBA first team. Plus, he had some amazing scoring seasons. He is certainly in conversations with Giannis Antetokounmpo for greatest player of all time. Giannis averaged more points. He had better scoring seasons, but I'd definitely say that Kevin Garnett is in that conversation. And Tony McDyess, I'd say, is a Hall of Famer. He did get that 2nd championship that we promised him, and I'd say Antonio McDyess, in my opinion, is a Hall of Famer. Will they put him in? I don't know, but I'd say he's a Hall of Famer. Burkowski, no. Isaiah Thomas, did Isaiah Thomas do enough to get into the Hall of Fame? I don't think he did. He won Rookie of the Year, but I don't think that's enough to get into the Hall of Fame. I'd say no thank you to Isaiah Thomas. Nobody else really here is going to be a Hall of Famer. So Kevin Garnett and Antonio McDyess are my choices for the Hall of Fame, and they both make it. I think Antonio McDyess would have made it without the second championship, but I really do think that second championship that we just won this year really helped him forward. He averaged similar points to what Kevin Garnett did. They had really similar numbers. Wow. Except for Kevin Garnett was passing a little bit more. But that's really similar, really identical numbers for both of those guys. That's pretty crazy. Kevin Garnett gets his number 35 retired in Chicago, and Antonio McDyess gets his number 11 retired in New York. So good for them. League meetings. I don't want to replace anything. We will reject it. Make sure everything else is. I really do think that I forgot to reject the play-in game getting eliminated because it's just gone now. But we have pick 14, 15, 19, 23, 24, 25. So we got some assets. And I do want to take a shot at Evan Turner. I think he might be the only one that I want. I mean, I would like to have, like, Paul George or something. Do we need that, though? Who do we need? What do we need? If we go to the team, we probably need a shooting guard because Devin Booker's getting a little bit older. Although we have Byron Scott and Jamal Crawford. I don't know. I don't really know what we need. Ralph Sampson really hasn't developed into anything crazy. So maybe drafting DeMarcus Cousins is the move. We'll have to see what we do here. We're gonna go to propose a trade. We're gonna go talk to a team that has a top 2 pick probably. We're gonna go to talk to the Wizards. They have the 2nd overall pick. We're gonna give them pick 15. We're gonna give them pick 25, and they're gonna call it a day. No, they're not. Okay. Well, I can also give them a Steve Francis. They don't think that's valuable enough. I get it. We'll give them that pick too. Okay. Okay, so they're saying no to that. I don't want to give them too much. They also want John Morant, and they'll give me DeAndre Hunter. That wasn't the goal, but I don't hate that trade. I'll give you John Morant. I don't hate that trade at all. Now we got to go and get pick 3 because we got to try and get 2 players that I want. So let's trade pick 19, pick 24. No, pick 23 as well. Okay, they don't want that. What about, we have a couple 2067s. I could give you a Nets 2067. They don't like that either. What about if I throw in Gerald Wallace? And I throw in, who else is, I could throw in DeAndre Hunter because I don't want it. Actually, he's got a lot of value. So I can probably get rid of this and just go with that. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't realize that DeAndre Hunter had that much value. So we have pick 2 and 3 plus pick 14. So we can trade pick 14 for some draft picks for next season, which we do get, right? We should. It looks like we're getting, come on, give me 2 firsts. I should be able to get 2 firsts out of this. I should be able to get 2 firsts out of this pick. Let's talk to the Cavs. Let's go 2067 unprotected and 2068 unprotected. You should be able to get that. They want to swap. No, I'm not swapping anything. So maybe not a 2069, but I'll give a 20. So they only have 26. Okay. So maybe not the Cavs. There's got to be a way that I can get first round picks out of these guys. So if I go for the 2069 Washington pick and also the 2069 or 2068 Washington pick, is that good? They want the Brooklyn unprotected pick and they'll give me Dario Saric. No, you can keep Dario, but I'll give you 2067 Brooklyn. I don't care. All right, so now we have 2 and 3. We have picks 2 and 3. John Wall goes 1. That's no surprise there. Now we have pick 2. We're going to take Boogie Cousins. Choose prospect DeMarcus Cousins. Welcome to Los Angeles. And then we are also going to take Evan Turner because I just like Evan Turner. So there we go. That is the draft. That is what we are going to do. John Wall's 79, Cousins 78, Turner 78, Paul George 79. There's some good players in this class, obviously. No surprises. We know how some of these guys turn out in their careers. We're going to sign both of these guys. We're going to accept all these guys as contracts. Then we will move to qualifying offers. We don't have any qualifying offers this season. And then we go to free agency. Do we have any bird rights? Do we have to bring anybody back? Alex English. But do I want to bring Alex English back is the question. I need to get a backup point guard, but we don't really need Alex English now. Okay. So we need to get a backup point guard, and that is about it. Maybe 2 point guards? Henry Bibby could be an option. Kenny Smith is old. Does Kenny Smith have any rings? Oh, he doesn't have anything. We got to get Kenny Smith a ring. Negotiate 2-year minimum for Kenny Smith. And then I'll offer somebody else a contract. We'll just go for, let's see, who's some of the older guys in the league. We'll try and bring in some ring chasers. So let's see. We got Westbrook. We got that. Dante Exum. Let's see. Who are some guys that are looking for a quick ring? Henry Bibby actually wouldn't be bad. Let's bring in Henry Bibby. Get him a championship. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to renounce the rights on Alex English. We don't really want him. He can go sign somewhere else. And then we'll do that. So that is the team. That is the offseason. We bring in 2 backup point guards that are just ring chasing here. We get shooting guards that are pretty good. Small forwards, okay. Power forwards, good. Centers, better now that we got Boogie, and he's only 19. I think we're pretty good. Let's go to player progression, then wrap up this video. Player progression. Parker stays 94. Booker's down to a 92. Scott's an 83. Sampson's an 83. Crawford and Stevenson are 78s. All right, interesting. Not really a whole lot of progression there for the boys. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I thought maybe we'd get some more upgrades for Tony Parker, but I guess he might have capped out, is what I can think of. I understand that Devin Booker's calling it a career. He's capping out. But this is the team, what it's going to look like headed into the next episode. I think we're good enough to repeat for a 3rd time. Go back to back to back, 3-peat it. I think we're good enough. We got to go to a 10-man rotation so that Evan Turner can get some minutes. But other than that, I think we're ready to go. Boogie Cousins not getting any minutes? Nah, let's take Powell out of here. I respect you, Powell, but we got to get Boogie some minutes, that's for sure. And that's how we're going to leave it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you want to check out any more videos and any more content on my channels, I have 2 links down below in the description, my main channel and my second channel. If you want to go check out either of those, feel free. But if you just want to stay here and watch more NBA 2K content, that's also good too. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.